feet, that's fantastic, one of the greatest living.
Yeah.
I need some nails.
Yeah. Perfect. Killing two birds with one stone, you say?
But why isn't there more than them shops? Because when I went into yours, every time I've been in there twice now. The first time was to get a shower head, right?
Right.
And I went in there, couldn't resist buying something else. I ended up getting some super glue as well.
Blimey. Hey, big spender.
And then last Sunday we went in there, got 2 bags of soil, not one, I bought 2, and I bought some scissors to cut plants with.
Secateurs.
Well, you never know when you want, you might need more soil, I suppose.
Well, I've got
You've stocked out now. Where'd you keep it under your bed?
Sorry, this isn't going out, is it, this conversation? It's not going out on air.
I got a feeling it might be.
You're joking. We better play a record.
Okay.
Play a classic. I hate to say I told you so on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, obviously. With me, Steve Merchant. And Carl Genius Pilkington.
Absolutely. I was watching a bit of TV.
Carl the Brain Pilkington.
The brains. I was watching a bit of TV last night, Rick.
Go on.
And I had a little
Children
thought.
Need?
No, well, I didn't watch Children Need.
No, you missed a
I was watching
treat.
something. I think it was last night. It was a bit earlier. I had a little thought for lads that might be out tonight, on the Raz.
Yeah.
Maybe they get a little bit of success with the ladies.
Yeah.
This was something that struck me as I was watching it. A lot of gentlemen, when they're engaged in, an act of, relations with a lady, they like to sort of, think of an image or something that will prevent them from, and you catch my drift. We're men in the world.
Grandmother's funeral is the cliche, isn't it?
Exactly. And I'll tell you what I think it should be. Rick Waller jogging. I was watching Fit Club. I have never seen anything
I
like
liked it when
Rick.
Harvey lost it with him.
Oh man alive. I mean, I know I slag him off, but I don't really like him either. I just think he comes across appallingly, and I think,
When he just walked away in that mid-conversation talking to that bloke, they're doing it for his
I
good,
know,
really.
But he's like 31 stone?
I think he lost a bit. I think he's 29 now. Don't exaggerate, Steve. You make him sound like a fat.
But
That was close, wasn't it?
when having sex, apparently, thinking of, Rick Waller helps.
Oh, don't look what's happened.
Exactly.
That's the reverse effect.
Yeah.
Oh, no, me and Carl.
No, if you're with a lady, apparently that works.
I know, he's out now, isn't he? He's out.
Did he walk out?
I think so. I think that's it, from what I can...
No, I think next week they kick him out, because I read something about, they get rid of him next week because of his attitude, and first time I read it I thought he'd actually ate someone's hat. But it was...
You lost me.
Got rid of him because of the attitude. Oh,
Everything you think of now is puns. You can't get puns out of your head, can you?
Oh, Carl, you're great. Look at his little face.
He's so good.
That
How
is
long have you been
good.
working on that?
You've got to give him that. That was a real joke. Look at his face. He knew it was funny. It was meant to be funny. He said it to be funny, and it was. Well done. Well done.
I'm just interested, I just want to dissect it, because it was brilliant, and I'm wondering, how long have you been working on it?
About 2 weeks.
No, it's good stuff, it was worth the wait.
I got it now.
Oh, well
The
done.
attitude.
Well, I don't think... there's only one band that can top that. Another band from Manchester. Oasis. Vines. And this is Jackson on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. Right. Getting towards that time where Carl really kicks into action. We've got the quiz. We've got Rockbusters. The quiz that's a bit like Blockbusters, but mainly around music. Yeah, and a pun. A scenario. Based in wordplay by Carl. You know how good he is at that.
Can I tell you what the prizes are this week, because they're worth playing for?
Please do.
Okay, we got on DVD the Manic Street Preachers' Greatest Hits on DVD. The videos, I'm assuming. The film Human Traffic, it's a remix DVD version of that. I think we were giving this away last week. You've obviously got a bulk stock of these. Groove Armada's Love Box, an album from them. The best air guitar album in the world ever. That's got the likes of Queen, Adams, Palmer, Leopard,
Aerosmith.
Idol. I don't see
I think the
it.
Smiths should be on there.
We got Purple, Wolf, Cooper, Top, Quo, and Back, Nickelback. Now there was another one around actually. I seem to have lost one of the prizes. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is you might have seen this advertised on TV. The Best Bands Ever album, and just imagine who this is aimed at. It's got Oasis on there, Nickelback, Coldplay, the Dandy Warhols, Bohemian Like You, in brackets, as featured in the Vodafone TV ads. Then it's got Smash Mouth, Walking on the Sun, as featured in the Ford Fiesta TV ads.
It's for people who didn't know they liked indie.
Exactly.
They go, I don't like indie, but you do. Do you like this advert? Yeah. Do you like this advert? Yeah. Well, you like indie then? I do. I love indie.
Can't believe it.
That's great.
Yeah. The Mock Turtles, Can You Dig It? As featured in the Vodafone TV ads.
I really like Indy.
Do you love the T-Mobile TV ad?
Yeah.
You'll love this. It's got Royce Cup on there, which is featured in there. So that's an album for people who don't like music.
That's great. That's
And I'll
coming
tell
up,
you what,
Blockbusters.
but I also have a movie, because you know last week I gave away Executive Decision.
Yeah.
That was on TV last night.
Yes.
So you didn't receive my copy.
But they probably watched it before it was on TV.
Yeah.
A few days
I was
before.
clearing out, Rick,
Yeah.
last night. I found another one which might be just to entice people.
Go on. What is it?
Coming right at you.
It's coming out the bag.
The Pelican Brief.
Oh!
Another arbitrary film choice on VHS. Pelican Brief. Roberts, Washington. You'll notice
Get it
there-
now on VHS
his
before
choices
there
were
are
in
no more
$6.99.
VHSs
It
around.
was $6.99. I'm giving that away as well.
That's great,
Pelican
and that's his
Brief.
personal collection.
That's from my personal collection.
Did you see that picture Carl bought
I don't
in?
think it's even rewound from when I watched it.
Really?
No, it's not. You can rewind that yourself.
Brilliant. That's a little touch of Steve Merchant there.
Exactly.
Did you see that picture that he brought in?
I have actually. Can I see it again, Carl? Yeah, it's just a picture. This is. You carry it with you, do you? In your wallet
Well,
all the
no.
time?
He found it, right?
Last week I was sorting it, because I'm moving. I'm sorting all my files out and that. And, because...
Taken. When he was that 10? 1981?
I was about 8 and 9 there.
Okay, tell the story. Why is that the only school picture you had taken?
Just because, no, I had them all, I was always had them taken, right? But my dad thought they were overpriced for what you get. Because really, he said that the whole idea of a good picture is like, not only the person that's in it, but like the surroundings.
Yeah.
So like, if you're on holiday, he'll look at me and he'll go, oh yeah, you're looking well there. What's that hill in the background? Or something like that. Whereas with
That's Rick Waller, catching up.
yeah. But all you get on these school pictures is like a blue background, isn't it? So he was like, I'm not paying for that.
Sure.
And it was a big one. You get a bigger one than that, but that's just like a little passport size, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was £1.60. And he wasn't really happy paying that, because he said you could get like some done from TruePrint for a lot cheaper.
That he could take himself.
Yeah.
So
And so did he tell you at the time that was the last time he was paying for a school
He
picture?
said, I'll get you one, because it's good to have a picture of you at school.
Yeah.
Because they hardly ever went and all that. So he said, like...
What's that in the background? That's my school dad.
I don't recognise it. You got any interesting stories about it? Not really.
So, I was a good-looking kid there, wasn't I?
What are you doing with your mouth, though, Carl? It looks like you're it looks like a bit like you're a ventriloquist dummy.
What do you mean?
Well, it looks like you're sort of scrunching your mouth up, or pursing your lips or something. Do you not think? I mean, now you've got, dare I say it, very kissable lips. So in here, look how thin they are. Look at those little thin lips. It's like you...
I'm smiling.
That's a smile?
Oh, that's what I didn't recognise that
No, I
either.
didn't realise that was a smile.
Is that what you look like when you smile?
What's happening with the head?
Has your dad seen you smile before then?
Well, I think that's why he wanted to buy one as well. That's like, so he can remember what it was like.
Right.
'Cause I don't smile.
When did you stop smiling? When was the last time you had fun and you started like happy-go-lucky? When can you remember when you had no weight of the world on your shoulders?
I often think that, because I don't sleep like I did, like when I was a kid. I had really good sleeps, and now I don't.
Right.
So I think.
But you've got a lot of things on your mind. You know, where can I buy soil?
Yeah. How can I confuse a computer by tapping in Y in the search engine?
Probably when I was 14, I was stress-free.
Where?
Yeah.
When was the paper round?
Probably when I was 15.
Right. That's when it started, was it?
I reckon. That's when I started getting stressed.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the haircut you've got in the... Because obviously I've not seen you before with hair, and it's an interesting mop. Do you have that down at Barbara's?
No, my mum used to do it.
Yeah, she got that?
age, yeah.
Right,
She used to, what she used to do, you can't see it in that picture, but there was one where she did bit of a mess of it. I mean, it looks quite...
I can't tell from this picture.
No, that's one of the better ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. Were you bullied much?
On one of them, she used to like use a bit of newspaper in front of my eyes, so she didn't like stick the scissors in my eyes.
So newspaper stop scissors every time.
Yeah, because I think they use that for bulletproof vests.
Yeah, the tough fabric of a reconstituted newspaper will stop the scissor any time.
No, definitely. I remember, because I know a lot of UN guys when they're on patrol, they use some old copies of The Sun.
They put it in their pocket.
Yeah, the Daily Star.
Sorry, yeah, okay, yeah.
So she used to always be on a Sunday night when like Songs of Praise is on or something. Nothing was on the telly just before Last of the Summer Wine or something. And she used to get the
What a depressing time that was.
It was.
Having your hair cut and listening to songs are plays waiting for Last Summer Wine.
Yeah.
I always used to get depressed on Sunday nights.
Well, I'll tell you
and it wasn't because school was the next morning, it was because the telly was so shite.
I think it was because school was next morning, because Antiques Roadshow still does that for me. I see the Antiques Roadshow, I love it, but I'm just thinking I've got to go to school or work tomorrow.
Yeah.
The Roadshow, I wish they put it on the week.
But I know, I've never really had that. When I worked, I suppose. I work now. Don't know. No. Oh, what giveaway? What giveaway?
Sorry, you were telling us a story about...
So anyway, so she'd get the newspaper,
Right.
and she'd stick it in front of my eyes, and
What does that say? Go on.
so she'd
You inherited a lot from your mum, didn't you?
So
Go on.
she'd cut me fringe, right?
Yeah.
But then she'd go, oh, it's not straight, it's not very good. So she'd go again, and she'd keep going, and the problem
Is that why you're bald now?
I was to say, is this that you have got hair, but she has to get it right. And it takes her to the back of your neck to get it even.
She sort of removed the newspaper, and she was like, oh God. And I said, what? She goes, oh, I'm sorry. And like,
What did this happen every Sunday?
Can I ask you, Carl, when she was cutting your hair in this picture, do you think she was maybe sidetracked by an interesting article in the paper and really wasn't paying attention to
or
what she
did
was
her
doing?
favourite hymn come on?
Yeah,
and
indeed.
she started
Or Compo was rolling down the hill.
in a bar.
so yeah, I ended up with like, you know, a fringe sort of on the back of my head, because she just kept going further and further.
Sure.
But,
When did you start going to that barber that was on the railway station?
that's when I started work, so, you know, sort of 16, 17.
And is he the one that said you have the hair of a Chinaman?
He's the one who's, yeah.
He sounds like a wise man.
Well, can I just stop? I think maybe we should play a tune, but maybe you could bring in some photos next week, Rick, and we can talk about them on the radio.
Yeah, and I'm just going to do a card trick. Right, take a card. Any card. Yeah. Right, look at it. Is that your card?
Boy with the arrow strap, Belle and Sebastian. Coming next, Educating Ricky.
You too, Electrical Storm. Steve, am I mental, or have we been playing some great tunes
We've
today?
been playing some great tunes, you're not mental. You're
On
a genius.
XFM, yeah, on XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl Pilkington in the chair now. The talked about, the acclaimed Educating Ricky.
Right, well, just in case anyone's new, doesn't normally listen, basically, I'm educating Ricky. Do a bit of research in the week, find stuff, news, history, anything that's interesting. 3 stories, I give them a nice little headline, you take your pick. Between now and 3, you're going to learn 3 things. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, the headlines are, I'll be no buying one of them.
Give us that again.
I'll be no buying one of them.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. We've also got Hippopotamus News
Okay.
and Chicken You Believe It.
Can you believe it?
Well, I'm going to go for Hippopotamus News.
Hippopotamus News?
Yeah.
News.
Right, well this one, it's I'm not going to take the credit here. I heard Christian talking about this on breakfast, right, because it's a good story that happened. Basically, I don't know if I told you about it last week when we were having our spaghetti, but
I think you did.
Right,
I know what it is.
right, there's a little midget. Right, there's a circus.
I'm loving it already.
Circus going on somewhere. I think it was in America. And
Is that present day or old times?
I'm talking like in the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
Right, little midget. Circus, really packed out show. People are loving it.
Right, Steve, you'll ask the same question I did, I know.
So there's a little midget jumping up and down on a trampoline.
What's circus is this?
Right.
I'd take good money to see it.
So everyone's clapping, and he's getting carried away.
Because he can't believe they're loving it. I didn't know they'd like a little person on a trampoline, but they love me.
But you know what it's like when if there's a crowd of people sort of encouraging you to sort of go higher and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he knew it was getting out of hand. But he was jumping and he was coming down the road going, oh yeah, and he's going really high in the air, right? So he's doing this, crowd are clapping. There's a hippo, right, just sat next to the trampoline, getting ready to come on and do his act.
Oh right, I thought he was in the audience.
That's it, folks. Getting ready to do his act, Steve.
So
He's a ventriloquist.
What do you mean he's sitting by the trampoline waiting to do his act?
Because
Why is he sitting in the dressing room and they go, 5 minutes, Mr. Muss, 5 minutes, Mr. Muss.
So anyway, right, so the hippo's there.
He's getting annoyed, is he? Because the midget's
He's
eating
going,
into
how
his
can I
tongue.
follow this? How
Yeah.
can I, this is really annoying. They're gonna be,
Yeah.
no.
So
He's thinking, he's already done the trampoline, my pogo stick act is never gonna work.
Yeah, go on. So there's a hippo waiting. See, it's a great story, and I just know he embellishes it or he gets slightly wrong. Go on.
so
So there's a midget jumping up and down, the hippo's
Yeah.
getting annoyed.
The crowd are going mad.
crowd
The
are going
midget's
mental.
loving it. Can't believe his luck. Although you think he probably knows he's dicing with danger.
Yeah. So, next thing you know, they're all saying hiya. He gives it one big, like, heavy sort of landing on the trampoline, goes really high, but goes off at a funny angle.
Oh,
Hypotenuse.
okay.
Yeah. And sort of flies up,
Sure.
flies off at a funny angle.
Oh dear.
Hippo's there, swallows him whole. Crowd are clapping, thinking that's why the hippo was waiting there.
Rubbish. Rubbish.
It's not rubbish though.
But no, maybe there was an accident in a circus with a midget and a hippo, but at no point was this hippo waiting to go on, going, come on. The midget flew off at hypotenuse and landed in the hippo's mouth and was swallowed whole. This is what you embellish it. That is great. And what's
I
that?
have to say though, Rick, when I heard midget, trampoline, hippopotamus, I was thinking actually waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
maybe? I mean,
It is that you should never put those three together.
Never.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It's
Everyone
textbook.
knows that. Midget, trampoline, hippopotamus. Are you mental?
You're asking for trouble.
Well,
You know, when he told me it, he said, and the midget, he didn't mention the hippopotamus, and he said the midget went on, and soon he fell off, and the hippo ate him. And I said, sorry, what was the hippo doing there? He went, it's a circus.
I've never heard of a circus having a hippo.
What do hippos do?
What can they do? You can't train them, can you?
What do you want to
Aren't they like very deadly? They're huge, aren't they?
You can't have a hippo in a circus.
are you sure?
You're not thinking of Zippo?
He's neither clown.
Yeah. No, and it wasn't some sort of where Zippo was eating a midget, and it's some sort of horrible sexual act.
No, it was definitely. I heard it on breakfast, right?
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's definitely fact.
Yeah, okay, right, okay, good. Well, let's play a record then.
So,
I'd like to play a classic Springsteen. We're all fans of Springsteen there. This might be his debut album, I'm not sure. Greetings from Raspberry Park.
I think it is, yeah.
New Jersey. And this is Growing Up. It's great, it's classic. Springsteen and Growing Up off of Asbury Park album. Great. They make you feel good, Springsteen,
Oh,
doesn't he?
he's a joy. He's an absolute joy. Rockbusters.
That's what they're all reading and writing about.
Absolutely. Before you get the clues, let me just remind you of the prizes you're playing for. We've got the Manic Street Preachers' Greatest Hits on DVD. We've got the film Human Traffic on DVD. We've got the Best Air Guitar Album 2 on CD. Groove Armada's. Is this their current album?
Yeah.
I guess it's not selling very well. They're still trying to promote that. You can have that as well. If you are a fan of the Ford Fiesta TV ad, of the Vodafone TV adverts, you will love the...
You didn't think you liked indie? Well, you do.
Exactly, and that's got Feeder and Travis and Badly Drawn Boy and all sorts on there. Plus, my own copy, $6.99 it cost me, The Pelican Brief, starring Julia Roberts and Denzel Washington. If you've not seen that, panned and scanned on VHS. So what are the clues?
Do you know what a pelican? I read the other day that has to turn its head upside down to eat.
Give us the clues.
So, Rockbusters.
Well, let me just explain. A bird has a gullet, an esophagus and a gullet is all in one thing. It hasn't got peristalsis, which is the movement that we have that can make food. So a bird can only rely on gravity.
Yeah.
So it has to have its head up and has to shake. It can't eat.
You were going to say that, weren't you, Carl?
Yeah. So, Rockbusters, you mentioned it earlier, one of last week's was, it's a cryptic clue and then some initials. I was in Texas, I fell in a puddle on my knees got wet, WH, wet knee, Houston.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing we...
Use of the word knee twice there in the cryptic clue and in the final
And the word
answer.
wet, I think you'll find.
Yeah, which is wit. So fine, good.
So, there's three of them. It's email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Sure.
Load of stuff to win. Here they go. Right, the first one.
I'm writing these
Cryptic clue.
down. Go on.
Make a note of them.
The fella has only got one badge left.
The fella has only got one badge left.
Yeah.
What are the initials?
That's just E.
Just E. Oh, just E.
Just E. The fella has only got one badge left.
This is either a solo artist or a band.
Yeah. Second one. The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
Say that again.
The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
The unmarried lady is a friend I eat out with.
Yeah.
What's the initial?
MD.
MD.
MD. And finally, I really love that woman. I love everything she does. That's M. Now,
Give us that one again.
I really love that woman. I love everything she does.
And that's...
M.
Right, that's lovely.
So,
That's great.
I think the second and third one's quite easy. First one is a killer.
Is it tricky?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. So, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and